I will say it once more. Every week that goes by leads me to believe that something like this is going to happen at the very end of the game. Blue Lock Chapter 291 released earlier today, and the cancer known as Ness is probably getting a comeback. So the chapter starts off after the events of what happened between Ren and Kaiser. Commentators saying, "What a defense. Michael Kaiser defends the goal with an acrobatic clear." Followed by the very next page with ISAGI saying, "Just with my reading of the situation, I completely lost to Ren," with Kaiser saying next and Ren responding saying shitty road. ISAGI then says Kaiser's awakened ability I didn't know of. Followed by Kaiser saying, "With YOICHI, my shitty past that I hated surprisingly gains meaning and acceptance. That's the first time I'm feeling this." A little tangent here to everyone who keeps arguing this point. Nothing would have happened without YOICHI. I don't know how many times I have to keep saying it. Nothing would have transpired in this match without YOICHI. Don't you forget it. And just like I said before, the blind one somehow manages to get the free ball. Allow me to remind you, Predator Eye isn't even here. Nor does it show up for the rest of this chapter for Yukimiya. What was the point of even giving it to him? I digress, I'll talk about it in a different video. Yukimiya then says in the next chapter, "Just like me back then, new aspects keep showing up in Kaiser's play. When playing with ISAGI, your current self just won't do." To where then we see Yukimiya reminisce on his past and the past games that he's played with ISAGI that's caused him to get this far. With Yukimiya then saying, "If you don't change, you won't be needed. Then you confront your past self and want to find your ego again. People standing on the same field as Yoichi Isagi." And in the very next page, we see Tokimitsu try to stop Yukimiya, followed by Yukimiya saying, "That's their privilege and cruelty. Those who cannot become new." It's Yukimiya in the very next page getting past Tokimitsu very easily. Get that bum off the field, Tokimitsu is nothing. We then see Nanase and Zantetsu try to stop it. Yukimiya saying, "We'll disappear. We'll be tested. Here comes this sinking ship. I won't disappear," as he passes to Hiyori, with Hiyori saying, "That's right, Yuki. We're egoists that died once and got brought back to life by Isagi." Or then in the next page, we see Hiyori get past 3 defenders and start thinking about his past right as he was meeting Yoichi. Or better yet, understanding him. Where Hiyori then says, "But Isagi doesn't want our gratitude. If you have faith in yourself, renew yourself. Get your life back. That will be okay. I'm here because that's what Yoichi Isagi taught me. Isagi is the center of this team, but nobody here is fighting for his sake." And then we see Hiyori look at Isagi saying, "Everyone feels like they're the protagonist, exposing our egos. That's Isagi's magic and the source of this team's strength." For then we cut to Isagi thinking to himself again, saying, "I can't read the awakening of a genius." But just now, Kaiser used his own specs to the fullest against Ren and adapted faster than anyone. So the important thing for talented learners is to where then he discovers the final puzzle piece of this game, supposedly, by saying the awareness of being faster than anyone. We don't have stunning sensibilities like the geniuses, but we can understand what's needed for the world by our brains. The awakening and mistakes occurring on the field. Followed by this beautiful double page of Isagi again understanding, saying if designed faster than anyone else, this one attack will become the originality that pierces the world. Meaning he's not even reached his original ego state. The white-haired Isagi that we see is more or less a cocoon into what will happen. I'll elaborate more on this in a future video, but just know that that's the case. On the very next page, as Isagi is understanding it, we hear from Hiyori saying, "Here comes a super sadistic pass." Isagi, Kaiser, doesn't matter which one of them, the best pass I can dream of. Where then we see Hiyori try to kick it only to be stopped by Karasu, with Hiyori saying, "Try to come and get it," with Karasu then saying, "Oh no, what a fire. Let's go, dumbass Hiyori." Hiyori surprised, saying, "Wait, it's Karasu?" We then get exposition between Hiyori and Karasu and their pass together, followed by Karasu saying, "To think I could fight you in a place like this. That makes me excited. If not there, nothing will start, dumbass." Followed by Hiyori saying, "If I won't beat him, no one will." Followed by a head-on clash between Hiyori and Karasu, and if you look closely, his head looks like Mount Everest, or a pencil. Just want to let y'all know that. Followed by Karasu saying, "Show me what you've got, idiot." And in the last page of chapter 291, we see Ness in the background damn near losing his mind as we see Kaiser and Isagi running forward. Ness struggling to say anything, with the narrator saying at the climax of the deadly battle, Ness is left behind alone. Again. Just bottling up the emotions that can't be described by words. And just like that, chapter 291 comes to a close. There is no break next week, and the very next chapter is called Bad Luck. Again, allow me to reiterate it. It's most likely going to happen. It's going to happen. Whoever made this is predicting the future. They are predicting the future time and time again. The next chapter being called Bad Luck does not bode well for Bastard Munich, but we shall see.